guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully, guys are all doing well. We are here for the press conference reaction to see what Vincent Kompany has said. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the Heidenheim game, which is obviously tomorrow, if I'm right by saying. It's really annoying as well because the women, I know that some people don't care about the women's game, but in general, the women also play tomorrow. So I'm going to have it where I stream the women's game as normal, and then I'll have to end that early to obviously do the men's game. So there'll be two previews coming. I don't know which one will be early, which one won't be, so on and so forth. But in general, big up to everybody. Hopefully, guys are all doing well. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into what Vincent Kompany has been saying in the media. Hopefully, we don't get any silly questions today, but knowing these lot, probably. Right, let's get into it. So, straight away, Vincent Kompany says that Manuel Neuer has a rib pain, and it looks like Serge Gnabry will not be available. I'm sorry to say this, but Serge Gnabry needs to be sold ASAP. Then he was asked, could Pavlovic start tomorrow? So Pavlovic is available. There's no limit on how long he can play. He's not played for a while, but he is available. He's basically said no there. To be honest, he's basically said no. He's probably going to come on as a substitution, to be fair. Then he spoke about Heidenheim. He said that they've also played in Europe, of course. It's always difficult to find a balance between both competitions, but what Heidenheim have done in the past 20 years is outstanding. It's an important game for us, and it was difficult against them last season too, 100%. So, yeah, man. Yeah, they're a good team. They're a good team, and they've got Paul Vanna, and he's firing on all cylinders. So let's see what happens. Then Friedrich spoke about Paul Vanna. He said we're in regular contact with him, and I last spoke to him around 2 weeks ago. We are very happy with his development. He's gaining very important experience, which I agree with. He should play really well. It doesn't have to be against us tomorrow, but then again, afterwards, we are planning for the future of FC Bayern with Paul Vanna. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. Kompany on Paul Vanna, he said we follow all of our players in the situation. It always helps when you play against your team. You learn a lot. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to disagree with that. Then he spoke about the coach, Frank Schmidt, the Heidenheim coach. He said, before I came as a coach, there was a documentary about coaches in Germany. They were in the league, the third division. At the time, I was impressed by how he led the club with so few members of staff. It's one of the great stories. I also say that with great respect, you can't make a big difference between someone like him and the biggest coaches in Europe. There's a lot of stability, and I have great respect. So he's basically just bigging up their coach. And yeah. Then Kompany on moving on from the Leverkusen defeat. He said it's always about how you are as a person. It's never been the case that I've sensed negativity on the day after a game. From Wednesday, the only important thing is Heidenheim. We are first in the Bundesliga and want to stay there. I put all of my energy in in the fact that we want to stay there, and I don't look back on what you can't change anymore. I don't like that, but okay. Yeah, Daniel Peretz will start in goal tomorrow, which is interesting. Then Freeland on the report that Davies is now edging closer to extending his contract. It said, generally speaking, we're in good talks. And we're positive. Whatever. Kompany on the current situation of the team. He said you need to go back 6 months and look at where we were. Nobody really thought then that we'd be in this position now. The fact that we're in this position of just expecting the best again is a good sign. I'm now in Heidenheim mode, so I'm not thinking about the past. That's what he went on to say, which is fair enough, whatever. Company on Tony Cruz recently saying that Bayern are too dependent on Jamal Musiala. Then he says, weren't Real Madrid developed on Ronaldo? Weren't Barcelona dependent on... I'm not... Shush, please. Weren't Real Madrid dependent on Ronaldo? Weren't Barcelona dependent on Messi? Jamal has so much quality, so it's normal that a lot of things are being spoken about him. He's definitely a special player, and of course he's important for us. But Michael Olise, for example, also has a lot of goals and assists. Of course, there aren't that many players with 15 goals, but the goals were shared between them. 100%. I back Company on this one. I know that that's probably going to come out of nowhere, but I can't stand Tony Cruz. I think he's an absolute cuck. Fair enough. It's probably the one of the biggest F-ups in Bayern Munich history, the fact that we didn't give him the money. But at the same time, the fact that he wanted more money and then was like, you know what, I'll just go to Madrid instead then. Some people see that as a great mentality. I just think that's fake as fuck, to be quite honest with you. But hey ho, it's just an opinion, obviously. He's had a wonderful career, but he needs to shut up talking about our players. You're a Madrid legend, bro. You're not a Barcelona. You're not a Bayern Munich legend. So just hush. Hush your lips. I don't even want to talk about that prick, to be honest. Then Company spoke about Harry Kane. He said things are looking good. I don't want to give a timeline, but our medical team or put them under pressure. It could be that he plays again this year, but everything needs to go perfectly. Yeah, no, just please. And then that's it. And then it's just Vincent Kompany in training. And he's actually getting hands-on in the training. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below on what Company, Freewood, and so on have had to say. Hit the subscribe button, smash the likes. That is the press conference done and dusted. Big up to everybody. I will be doing some more content for you guys to do with the not press conference, the previews for both the women's and men's game. And then obviously we'll have the live streams tomorrow, match reactions tomorrow, so on and so forth. So yeah, thank you for the constant support. I'm going to have 2 live streams tomorrow in the fact of the women's game and the men's game. So be ready for that. And until then, mia san mia. Peace.